Zone sphere prefab that you were just next to, that's for setting up around like bandit and outpost, or when you spawn the prefab, do they have a predetermined safe zone?
The
Those
ones that are supposed to have one come with one. That is there. So if you want to make your own little, prefab and make it a safe zone, you are able to do that. And that is there's a whole bunch of different volumes. That's what they call them. No build, a water trigger to prevent water. If you were to go a bit too crazy with the terrain tool here. You went way too underwater. Or you want this to be a big pit, then you would add a water trigger. There's also a terrain trigger that'll make you fall through the terrain. You do not want to use that. So you would use this anywhere inside this volume. No water will show up.
It's gonna have to be higher because the water level.
Oh, so a water blocker. Gotcha.
Yeah, it blocks water from actually being there.
Tier 0, Tier 1, and Tier 2 determine what the loot's going to be like. Tier 0 is the lowest loot. Tier 2, the higher loot is going to spawn in that area. So anywhere you've designated with a topology of, Tier 0, they'll get, basic starter shit they need. And then Tier 1 is progressively better. And then Tier 2 is usually the stuff you find around launch and that kind of stuff.
I like
But
clutter.
yeah, so much is just determined by topology. There is one guy I highly recommend his tutorials. His name is Ted Palms. That's Pommes. I would have to say that at least 80% of what I know I learned from his tutorials. If you've got,
Are you able to give us an example of creating a stamp for, say, an island or something?
Not without sharing my whole screen. It's just basically, sometimes I just look online. I'll type bunny PNG, and you can find one in the shape you want. But if you can't, then yeah, I'm more than happy to make one any shape you want on Photoshop. I know Los is good on Photoshop as well. Maybe he could do it if I'm not around, but we're in the same time zone, so
Sounds good.
if I'm asleep, so is he most likely. But yeah, if you said send me a PM, a DM or whatever, saying, "Hey, dude, can you make me a stamp in the shape of whatever?" I used to have a whole lot of real good ones, with pot leaves and everything, man. But yeah, anything you want a stamp on, I'm more than happy to make for you. If you know how to, have you ever worked with Photoshop?
It's been a long time. So
Right. Yeah, I basically, it's just, in Photoshop and
Create a black and white image and
black and white, control levels and all that shit.
sounds good.
But 9
you
out of
want to
10
go
times
through
I
how
can.
to add one. Like you could just add another duplicate of something you already have or something.
How to import a brush type?
Yeah, how to import it.
Yeah. Let me see if I can switch what I'm actually sharing without kicking you all out.